You thought Lewis Hamilton's struggles in 2025 were just because of the car? That Ferrari hadn't delivered a machine worthy of a champion? Well, what if the car is finally working, and Hamilton is now the weak link? Because the data doesn't lie. Telemetry has revealed exactly where things went wrong in Hungary. And it wasn't mechanical, it was personal. But let's start with the silver lining. The SF25 is improving. Charles Leclerc took pole position at the Hungaroring, with pace, confidence, and precision. That's a huge step forward for Ferrari. Earlier this season, they were crippled by rear suspension and gearbox casing issues. Those flaws? Finally under control. Ferrari might not be the fastest team overall, but they're back in the fight. And that's what makes Hamilton's result even more painful. Let's break down what happened. Hamilton qualified P12. Leclerc? Pole. That's 11 places apart in the same car, and the telemetry tells the whole story. In free practice, Leclerc was consistently 0.3 to 0.4s faster. In Q1, Leclerc edged through with a 0.151s advantage. In Q2, the gap grew to 0.247s, enough to eliminate Lewis. So where did he lose it? Sector 2, he started strong, gained a 10th through turns 4 and 5, but then a weak exit out of the chicane, too much curb on turn 7, poor acceleration into 8, 9, 10, and then disaster at turn 11. That fast flowing right-hander was where Leclerc crushed him on apex speed. By turn 12, gap too big to recover. The kicker? Turn 4 and turn 11 are similar, but Lewis only nailed one of them. Why? Because turn 11 comes after a tricky sequence, and that's where he struggled all weekend. Even in practice, it's not tire wear, not traffic, not the car, it's execution. And Hamilton admitted it. It was 100% my fault. After qualifying P12, after calling himself useless, you'd think the team boss would agree, but he didn't. Fred Vasseur didn't just defend Hamilton, he doubled down. Lewis missed Q3 by a few hundredths. That's nothing. It's always tough to manage the outlap. One mistake and you're sliding. Vasseur wasn't defensive, he was constructive. Of course he's frustrated, but it was only a few tenths. He refused to bury the driver. That's leadership, that's belief. But Hamilton didn't hold back. I'm useless, absolutely useless. They probably need to change the driver. No excuses, no finger pointing, just self-blame. Jamie Chadwick said it best. That's not the Lewis we know, but maybe it is, because this isn't the first time the self-doubt crept in. It happened at Mercedes. Now it's louder, sharpened, more public than ever. Let's zoom out. This isn't just about Q2, it's about momentum and narrative. Leclerc has 5 podiums in 2025. Hamilton, 0. Leclerc is climbing the standings. Hamilton is trailing, 30 points behind. And with every podium, Leclerc's voice gets louder inside Ferrari. Development direction, setup preferences, strategic calls, all leaning toward Charles. Unless Hamilton flips that trend fast, he risks becoming a passenger in a team that was supposed to be his redemption. And that's not all. Sector 2 wasn't an isolated weakness. It exposed a pattern: overdriving, overcompensating, trying too hard to be perfect, and breaking rhythm. That's not just physical, it's psychological, because inside Maranello, the power balance is shifting. Leclerc is the one executing, the one delivering, the one the engineers are listening to, the one the media is praising. Hamilton, still adapting, still learning a new team, culture, car philosophy, still building chemistry with a new performance engineer. But that only buys you so much time. In F1, results speak louder than intentions. And the painful reality? Ferrari now has a car that works, at least in Leclerc's hands. If Hamilton can't match that pace soon, this shifts from adjusting to declining. And that's where it hurts the most. Because Hamilton didn't come to Ferrari to play second fiddle. He came to lead, to transform, to leave a legacy. Now, he's trailing, in pace, in results, in influence. And the tension, It's not just internal, it's public. He's questioning if the project even makes sense. I'm useless. They probably need to change the driver. That's not frustration, that's existential doubt. Fred Vasseur is still holding the line, still backing his driver, still reminding the world Hungary was brutal for everyone. It was the hardest pole we've ever achieved. But we have to learn. We can't rest. So what now? Is this the low point before the comeback? Or is this the unraveling of a dream? Hamilton has been here before, doubted before, criticized before. He beat Alonso, dominated the hybrid era, rebuilt after Abu Dhabi 2021. And now he's wearing red, carrying the pressure of history, trying to do what Vettel couldn't, what Alonso couldn't, what even Schumacher once struggled to do. Win with Ferrari in a time of chaos. But this isn't about the long game anymore. It's about survival, right now, because Hungary was just one race. But the pattern? It's 4 Q2 exits, 0 podiums, mounting pressure. If the same issues appear in Zandvoort, in Monza, Ferrari will shift fully to Leclerc. Hamilton needs a breakthrough, or at least a fight back. Maybe it comes with strategy, a bold undercut, a wet weather masterclass, a slice of brilliance. But if it doesn't come soon, the story will write itself. So here's the uncomfortable question. Is Hungary just a dip in the road? Or is it the moment we realize this fairy tale may not end with glory? Because the car is working, the gap is real, and the pressure, relentless. What do you think? Was Hamilton too hard on himself? Or is this the beginning of the end? Can Fred Vasseur keep this project alive? Can Lewis fight back before the narrative breaks him? Drop your take in the comments. Smash like if you're still backing the comeback. Subscribe for full race breakdowns, data deep dives, and behind-the-scenes drama. Because what we're watching isn't just about lap time, it's legacy on the line.